Why should you be more entrepreneurial in your career? You know, if there's one thing that you'll hear me say over and over again, it's that you've got to treat your career like your business. You know, but that's not the way we think, right? I mean, the way we've been led to believe in terms of the way things work is you either work for yourself, meaning you have your own business and you are your own boss, or you work for someone else in a job, right? And what I'd like to invite you to see is this gray zone, this zone in the middle where you are working for yourself, you are building your career, you're working for yourself, but you are doing that in the job space, right? And there's a reason you want to see things this way, especially for someone if you've invested thousands of dollars in yourself, in your education, maybe you've got a university degree or a master's or a PhD or an MBA. You've invested, you've made the investment in your career. You want a career. You did that because you want an enriched career. And you want to make sure that you grow your career in a way that benefits you the most. So you've got to be a little bit more entrepreneurial in your career. And 3 reasons you want to do that are, first, it forces you to grow. It forces you to look at how to grow your value. You see, your value is in your assets, right? And your assets are your knowledge, your experiences, your insights, your talents. These are things that are uniquely yours. And when you see yourself as an entrepreneur in the career space, in the job space, what you are going to want to do is you want to make sure that you are growing your assets. Just like an entrepreneur is going to want to grow his business, his or her business, you know, they want to grow the value of that business. You want to grow the value of your assets, because that's essentially how you grow in your career. You know, if you approach your career with the mindset as a worker bee, then what you're essentially going to end up doing is you're going to rely on companies to grow you, right? And companies will more than willingly do that for you, and they will grow you in a way that serves them the best, right? And that may work for a little while, but you know, we live in a very volatile environment right now. I mean, the markets are volatile. People lose their jobs because the price of oil takes a dip. You know, they find themselves out in the streets, you know, looking for work, jobless. And you don't want to assume that you will always be working in that one company. You're always going to have that job. You want to anticipate that in your career, you're going to hold multiple jobs. But you also want to make sure that while you're working in those jobs that you are continually growing your value. You are continually growing your assets. So that's one reason you want to be more entrepreneurial, is it forces you to think about your own personal growth. The second reason you want to be more entrepreneurial in your career is because that's the way you make more money in your career. You know, different companies are going to value you differently. You know, when you have your assets, I mean, your knowledge, your insights, your talent, different companies are going to put a different value on your assets. Some companies are going to value you less, and some companies are going to value you more. You know, there probably is a company out there that needs you specifically based on what you know and your education and your talents. They are willing right now to pay you more than what you're getting paid right now. That's just the way it is. And when you are not entrepreneurial in your career, when you don't have that mindset of constantly looking for customers that are going to value you the most, then you are not going to find those opportunities that are going to be lucrative for you. So just like entrepreneurs look for customers that are, you know, those flagship customers, the customers that are going to value their products and services the most, they're going to benefit from their products and services the most, and eventually are going to turn around and be their flagship, their champions and their flagship customers. You want to be on the search for those companies that are going to value you the most. So that's the second reason to be more entrepreneurial in your careers. That's the way you make more money. The third reason you want to be more entrepreneurial in your careers, that's how you move up faster. That's how you grow faster in your career. You know, Sheryl Sandberg said this the best. She said that if you want to move up the corporate ladder, don't look at it as going up the ladder. Think of it as you're climbing up a jungle gym. You know, you're constantly jumping from one side to the next, to the next, to the next on your way to the top, right? You've got to hop around. You've got to imagine, I mean, you've got to anticipate that you're going to hop around in order to move up. right? And again, it comes back down to making sure that you're continually growing your assets, you're continually growing your worth, your value, and you're continually looking for that customer that is going to value you the most based on where you are in your career. So again, if you want to move up faster in your career, if you want to grow faster in your career, you've got to anticipate that you're going to move around. And for that, you need to be more entrepreneurial in your career, right? You don't want to be in one company, stuck in one company, waiting to move up in that company, and your progress essentially in that one company is then dependent on the retirement schedule of the people above you, or whatever their career promotions or their backroom deals are in terms of who's going to move up and who's going to move around and what have you. I mean, there's a whole lot of factors then that come into your progress that aren't related to what you know, what you can do. And for someone who's, if you're someone who's ambitious and who's goal-oriented and growth-oriented, that sucks. I mean, for me, that sucks. That idea just sucks. So if you want to move up faster in your career, you've got to anticipate that you've got to move around. You've got to have that entrepreneurial mindset that puts you in a position where you can move around all the while progressing in your career. So there you go. Again, 3 reasons why you would want to be entrepreneurial in your career. All right, hey, Amir Bradley here. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. And if you did, there's a few things that we can do to make sure that you continue on your journey. First, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel where you will be notified of when I release my next video. The second thing you can do is you can download my free ebook called Fast Track, the 10 Principles to Put Your Career on the Fast Track. And what you will learn in that ebook are the things that you can do to accelerate your career. And the third thing you can do is you can join me on Facebook, where I share daily insights and inspiration to help you get energized for your workday. So thank you once again for watching my video. I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you in my next video.